lots if you press the record button, doesn't it? So what do you think are the strengths of the draft programme of study, Simon?
I think for the first time it looks like a computing curriculum that people might want to be interested in, and that might actually have some relevance beyond school, and I don't think that was true a few years ago.
Okay, so what would you say has been the weaknesses in there?
I think it seems sometimes over academic. Sometimes it's been hijacked as not enough of the creative side. And the problem is, well, I'm not sure to the degree to which computing is, by putting it as a discrete part of the curriculum, it tends to reinforce the silo thinking that so often happens. And that means that things like maths, things like business studies may not do as much of the stuff which they should be doing towards ICT, because they'll say that's ICT's job. And I think there are some subjects which are going to fall between the cracks because no one will pick them up.
Okay, so which aspects of ICT are those that you're concerned about falling between the cracks that you'd still want to see in there?
Well, I mean, a big area for me, I would say, is business intelligence. I think that is a phenomenal growth area, both on the entrepreneurial side and in the real jobs in industry. Quite often the fast tracks to senior management are people who understand the organisation and can look at things like performance indicators and trends analysis and present them effectively to people who need to on their terms. And that seems to be covered not at all in schools. And having worked for some time in industry, if I'd seen people working with industry strength, database systems and whatever, those on their CV would make a huge difference and would make them a lot more employable. And we don't talk so much about working with the industry type qualifications, so from the people like the Oracles and the Microsofts and those types of people, because not everyone's going to university.
Okay. And anything else that you want to add, Simon?
Well, there are a few other topics which I think it would be interesting to look at, and I'm not sure who picks them up. Ergonomics seems to me a very important thing in ICT. It's how people interact with devices, and the traditional keyboard is becoming more and more rare. And the type of thinking that went behind what started off with the iPads, iPods, and also things like the Nintendo Wiis and everything else. That kind of thinking and engendering that kind of thinking, where would that come? Maybe that is something that should be studied in biology. We talk about other subjects. The old stories of logic, just the fundamental thinking about, maybe not Aristotelian logic, something like underpins some of the weaknesses in bad programming. So where is that picked up? And actually something very fundamental, who makes sure people can type? Because at the moment, I know there's a lot that's done that, but done without typing, but I think the speed of being able to use Word and whatever as a note-gathering system means that if you can touch type, it's a dramatically useful tool for future life, and I don't know whose responsibility that is supposed to be. I could see that as a part of a Key Stage 1 curriculum.
Okay then, thank you.